Welcome to Senior Stay or Go TV Live today. I have three wonderful guests with me. I have Bill Kelly, who's a former board member of the San Diego Human Dignity Foundation and the San Diego Senior Advisory Board. I have LaRue Fields, who is the Senior Program Coordinator and the Services Navigator for the San Diego LGBT Community Center. And I also have Elena Kalinowski, who's the Community Partnership Manager at 211 San Diego. So welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for being here today. Our conversation is going to be about senior housing as it relates to the LGBT community here in San Diego County. The aging crisis is a case of human and financial resources not really keeping pace with the aging population needs. And so, Bill, I'll let you get started.
Oh, very good. I made some notes because I am a senior, you know, and I tend not to remember everything I'd like to say. So I just want to make a few comments in the short time we have. Using the numbers provided from the UCLA Center for Health Policy and Research, using the California Elder Index, which is online if anybody wants to look at it. The fastest growing age group is now currently 80 and above. The fastest growing age group.
Awesome.
In 14 years, the number over 50 will increase by 70%.
Wow.
1 out of 5 will be over 65.
I'm getting there.
Half of all retired Californians 65 or older can't make ends meet.
Wow.
They can't meet the basic necessities. And 80% of care for older people is provided by family members. That's an important thing to remember as we talk about this. The government and private sector research has warned us for years. I've been doing this for probably 10 years of following the various researches and studies that have been done. So it's not like we're not aware of it. It's sort of like the dam in Oroville. They were aware of that a while ago and decided it wasn't worth, well, we know what's happening there. But anyway, it's going to impact all ages and all segments of our society, including housing, health care, the economy and labor pool, as well as family life and politics. Each one of those could be a show in and of itself. Physical and social economic variables play into this, being like community and family support, as well as health and physical and mental health, assets that are available and resources in the financial area, education, geographic location, transportation. The one thing I want everybody to remember is that the socioeconomic variables that are at play for everyone, but they aren't a priority for everyone. Some people have good transportation, or they have good assets, or they have good health, but some people don't have any of it. So the solutions that we have to come up with in providing, in this case, for affordable housing for everybody, and in this case, I think we're going to be talking mainly about the LGBT senior housing, but coming up with that's going to take many, many different solutions. There's no one way because there's too many different variables involved. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to LaRue.
LaRue, I know the center, their mission is to enhance and sustain the health and well-being of the LGBT community in San Diego.
Exactly.
So
Patty.
from that mission, how are they assisting the seniors with their housing needs here in San Diego?
Well, what's happening, and something great is happening, and with Community Housing Works, a local developer, and the center have collaborated on building an LGBT affirming senior housing. And this facility will be located on the corner of Texas and Howard in North Park. And so we're excited in the community. Oh, the seniors are so excited. You just don't know, because they've been waiting all their lives to be in a community with each other, you know, with other people that are like them, that they don't have all this animosity because of the preferences that they've selected. And so they have been waiting, and so they're anxious and they're excited, but they're honored that we as a community felt enough of that they were important enough that we would help provide this facility. So we're looking at the completion date for December 2017. So
oh, this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But the interesting thing is to get interested in it, to get on board or to get your application in. There's nothing available now. You have to go online May 1st.
Okay.
And that's what happens. And so if you want to get your name on the list or you want to pre-register, May 1st is the time, 9 o'clock. If you would like to know where, you can call me or you can visit my website, but most people that are calling may not have a website. So 619-692-2077, extension 205. And I will get you information. I will help you pre-register if you need to, because we know some of our seniors don't have computers, because this pre-application is only online. It's not a paper situation.
So they'll call you and you'll assist them while you're inputting.
But this is what I'm going to do, Patty. I'm going to have them from May 1st to the 7th is when the application process is open, because it's a lottery, because they feel they're going to have a lot of people. So from May 1st through the 7th, the center will be open. We will close our cyber center for normal folks and be open for the seniors that want to register. I will have people that call me understand they must come down.
Okay.
I'm not going to handle any calls. They must come down. They must actually help me, tell me the information, or whoever we have assigned. I'll have coworkers and volunteers, and they will push the button that says submit. And we will make a copy of the information that says you have submitted your document. So when they leave there, they have something that verifies that they have submitted a document. They have pushed the button. They can't say, oh, I did this and the center didn't do this. And they were totally involved with the process. And so
now, how many apartments are going to be available?
76.
76 apartments, and
76.
you'll probably get 7,600, maybe
Yeah.
1,000 applications. So
Yeah, but it will be a lottery. And like I said, May 1st to the 7th, they'll keep the application process open. But when they get to the first 500, it'll close.
okay.
And then they'll take, out of that 500, they'll spin all the names in a computer, of course. And then they would select 125 people. And they would start with that 125 to start with enrolling and getting them ready to
So
enroll.
if I'm a senior and I don't have a computer and I come down to the center and I push my submit button,
Yes.
and I take my paperwork back with me,
Right.
will you call me if I become one of that 125 since I don't have a computer?
Yes, the Community Housing Works or the management company will call you.
Okay.
At that stage, the center is out of it.
Okay.
And what the other process the center will be doing is we will be doing the social service component, because this is a facility that will have some 8 homeless apartments.
Okay.
They're going to need some case management. You know, some of our other seniors, they're going to need case management. They're going to need help with navigating some of the social services in our community. So we will be providing that service. We also want folks to know that we can't discriminate for anyone coming in. Fine, anyone is welcome. So it's not just focused on just LGBT people, so that's the only thing that will be there. It's just that we, the center, will be doing the social service and will be a LGBTQ affirming facility.
Got it. Got it. That's awesome. That is awesome.
If I may add, it's the first of its kind in San Diego that I know
Yes.
of.
Are there others across the country that you modeled this after?
Yes, we particularly went to New York. I went to LA. New York is building one. I think Chicago has one. So there are several, but they're large cities. And so we're in the next wave, and we're really excited.
Because we're America's
really
finest
excited.
city.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
That's right.
So, and we're looking for this opportunity, and we want the 700, to be honest with you. We want the 500. We want them to show, we want to show that it's a need for this housing. You know, if we only had 200 people, that doesn't relate. You know, that doesn't show very well.
So once you get the residents moved in, you're still going to offer your services, but who's going to
Exactly.
actually manage the project?
It's a company called Con-Am.
Okay, so you already have a property manager who's going to take
Exactly.
care of all that.
Exactly.
And then from a resource perspective, in order to build this building, was it private fund? Was it public funds?
Private fund.
For private funds.
Yeah,
So
loans
from
and stuff.
here, do you plan on going out and trying to garnish even more funds to create maybe another apartment building someplace in the county, or?
Well, like I said,
It's a big project, I know,
right,
but
we're working with Community Housing Works, but we're probably going to see how this one goes for a while and see the need and see who we miss, because we're going to miss some people. How many we miss, because it's a lottery. So, you know, and so the fear for the LGBT seniors, some of them, is they won't get in, and they've been waiting so long. So
you're going to have a line out the door on May 1st.
we probably will. We probably will, but we're hoping. I've seen the application. I don't think it's going to take that long, and so we'll have them, but we'll be ready. You know, we'll be ready. We understand the fear. We understand the need, and so we're going to be there for them.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Am I correct, LaRue, in understanding that initial application is really an interest list, and then a formal application comes later?
No, it's a pre-application.
Okay.
Yeah, it has name and different, you know, how much financial information and some other stuff. But it's a pre-application, but it's just basically to get your name in the hat. You know, it doesn't ask for anything too private, you know, or anything like that. Just to get your name in the hat, just to show an interest, you know, basically.
And Elena, I know a lot of people probably don't even know who or what 211 is. But here in San Diego, you have 6,000 community connections.
Well, that's the resources that we have in our database.
That's a lot.
We actually speak to many more people throughout the year. We get about 1,200 calls a day of people from all over the county. And 211, we are a nonprofit, but we are a public utility. So we are a free number for anyone to call, and really
24 hours a day.
24 hours a day, yeah, and you always talk to a human person, which I think matters for a lot of people, especially in really vulnerable spaces. And, you know, we are really there to help people know, first of all, what is even out there that is available to them. And that includes housing resources as well as all the other resources we need to live, right? So that might be food, that might be transportation, that might be support, education, a whole host of things that make our lives both from a surviving standpoint as well as thriving and enriched. And so 211, we are there to really let someone know what's out there, but really help them identify, of all of these resources, what is available to me as an individual, what am I eligible for accessing, and really how do I do that? And so about 20% of the people who call us are older adults. So we work very closely with a number of agencies. We work at the center, I mean, for a lot of supportive services through all stages of life. And we really want to make sure people are accessing the supportive services that are available to them. Because what a shame to be going through, you know, a crisis or just a vulnerable time in your life and not know what's available to you. And there are these amazing resources that our mission is to get people connected to them.
Well, and like LaRue said, so many seniors don't have a computer, so it's not like they can just Google it. And yet they're in need, and where do they call? They can't, you know, there's really not a phone book you can go to anymore to say, okay, where do I call? So to have a resource like 211, which is a one-stop shop where you can call, and I know you guys do a lot for the veterans, and that my dad was a World War II veteran. And so
we have a partnership with Mental Health Systems and Veterans Village of San Diego called Courage to Call. It's also 24-hour line. It is staffed by veterans. It is specifically for active duty military veterans and their family members to call, help with navigation through all of the different services available to them. And especially for older adults who are veterans who are, you know, maybe accessing services for the first time.
Well, and don't even understand, because I applied for aid and attendance for my dad and my mom as a surviving spouse. Talk about a nightmare. I had to get the governor of New Mexico involved. So
and that's not even that.
To have assistance is huge, because you make one little period in the wrong spot and they reject
starts over.
So so I think that's huge from a senior perspective as well, to be able to have that available, because like, you know, so many people, there's so many resources out there, but nobody knows where to look, and so they'll get frustrated and then they'll just give up.
Yeah, and what a shame, because we are a resource-rich community, which is fantastic, but it's only as great as you're able to access them.
Exactly.
And so one of the other really, you know, kind of key programs we have especially for older adults, is a health navigation line that specifically helps well, all individuals, but a lot of times older adults navigate all of the different health supportive services. And that's not just like your primary care, that's also, can you get to your doctor's appointment? Do you have respite care so that you can go see your doctor and the person you're caring for is taken care of? So all of the other, really the social determinants of health that looks at how do we support what's going on. And of course, housing. Housing is a huge issue in San Diego County. Just from a, kind of a vacancy standpoint, we have very limited housing, and so we really want people to know what is available to them and kind of demystify some of it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you all so much for being here today. This has been so much fun, and there's so much out there, and I hope the message gets across so that everybody knows. Call 211, call the center, do whatever you need to do to get your loved one what they need. Thanks so much for joining us today for Senior Stay or Go TV. It's hard. That was the hardest part of the show.